let's see. So some of you folks were here when we were here a year ago to introduce this next song. For those of you who weren't here, and I have updates to the song as well. So for those of you who weren't here, we're going to play a song about a girl that I met up in Talkeetna, Alaska. And so I'm from Anchorage. So Anchorage, if you don't know, it's like the big city in Alaska. About half the people in Alaska live in Anchorage. And a couple hours north of Anchorage, there's a small historic town. It's called Talkeetna, and it's a very popular visiting destination. If you've ever been up there, you might have been there. So I go out there and I play music once or twice a year. And I went out there and I stopped at the coffee shop on the way out, and I got a cup of coffee. And the girl making my cup of coffee, she was telling me her story. And she told me that her name was Kelly. And she told me she had just moved up there from Virginia. It was like her first summer, first time being up in Alaska. And that she had like just gotten out of a bad breakup back home. And that she was just doing so much better. And like Alaska was so beautiful. And she was enjoying the summer. And she was just so inspired, and she was like finding herself. And that's the thing I run into a lot. So I'm from up there, and I meet a lot of people. They come from all over the world. They come up to visit Alaska or live there for a season, or many will stay there for the rest of their lives. And people seem to go up there and they get to like find themselves. And the funny thing there is that I've spent really all my life trying to get the heck out of Alaska to find myself. So we end up in places like Plymouth, Indiana, trying to find ourselves. So I was thinking, though, for real, like, you don't have it all figured out yet, George? Right. So the gist of this being, what is this thing that everybody gets to come up to my beautiful home state and find themselves, and then the rest of us, we're all out looking. What is this thing anyway that we're trying to find? So this is a song, is a true story about Kelly up in Talkeetna. It's called The Girl from the Dogwood Forest. It was a little ways off the spur road, off the main road to the town. It was the kind of place that dies every winter when the rail car stops coming around. And I saw her there with her auburn hair, and that's someplace in between. I said, this road shouldn't be here, and neither should you. What are you missing? And are you finding what you need? Oh, a girl from the Dogwood Forest working in the cinnamon store. Why did she run so far from Virginia? What did she come here looking for? May she gather strength from the mountain and put her roots deep in the ground. Set her spirit free among the dogwood trees. Make peace in her heart be found. It was a little bit like a postcard, the Shenandoah and fertile ground. She told me about a lover, his crimson color and his feathered crown. How he took a part of her fragile heart, and now she's searching for that peace. But girl, don't you know you're already whole? There's nothing missing, and you got everything